Hi guys and welcome back to another video in the wrestling video Daniel. This is your this is your passion Italy review from last night. So to start us off guys, we had Cody Rhodes defending against Gunther, and I have to actually say the match was okay. Good offense from both men, and you had Gunther hitting his patented powerbomb. Cody hits his usual, his usual classic offense. My favourite spot was when Gunther had him in the sleeper hold, and I was like, yes, tap out, Rhodes, tap out, because I'm actually getting sick of seeing Cody Rhodes with the championship. He's already won it like 3 times already since he's been back with the company. He's kinda in a John Cena role now. Um, but but obviously with Cody Rhodes is ultimately able to attain via the crossroads is good and for again tries for another sleeper. The ref doesn't know notice his foot's within the ropes space, and Cody Rhodes attains the championship. Personally, I'd have preferred if Gunther got the victory here because he's on his career killer mission where he's out through the likes of Goldberg, AJ Styles, and um, John Cena through this run and retirement matches, and I just think him having, I just think having him the giving him the title all year would have helped elevate him into a more unstoppable monster or heel. But it wasn't to be. Cody's a golden boy and continues his run. Don't quite know what's next for good and for quite disappointed in the outcome of that match, but it was alright as a match up until that. For Anish, I'm not the biggest Cody Rhodes fan in the world, as Sean will tell you. Although I have kinda softened my stance a tiny bit, I can praise his work now when it's called for. This was decent. He's in the air with the best Mac technician in the company. Um, so yeah, um, finish was about I think, but what can you do? Um, then um, we have oh, th- then we have Rhea Ripley versus Jade Argo. First match was 11 minutes 35 seconds. Um, then we and it was for the WWE on the Undisputed Championship. Or what I should drop the Undisputed. Utitne now as there's two men's world titles, but go figure. Then you have Rhea Ripley defends the WWE Women's Championship against Jade Cargill. 16 minutes and 57 seconds. This lasted for probably Jade Cargill's best outing as a um, probably Jade Cargill's best outing as a singles wrestler in WWE. And she took the offense right to the from the start, really. Yatra eyes her cannonball sort of maneuver, but gets caught by Cargill. Cargill actually showed some decent offense. Midway through the match, she hits a blue thunder bomb that actually looked like good. She tries to get the up for the JT um um and she gets the first one. On the second one she was unsuccessful. Then B Fab and me Chan come out on yeah, of course has had a couple of updates by this point. B Fab and Mecha and come out to enter I fear it won't because though Jade Cargill's going to put away that away. Eh, uh, um, um, go only put away that away. Of course, and what on a ripple his attempts, B Fab puts the foot, puts Cargill's foot in the bottom more. Oh, um, out comes Charlotte, so you have to take her out. The two fellow heels. She stops Jade Cargill, else an attempt off on other JT, and and then you was able to turn her, turn her around riptide and get the win. And I hope now that this is this feud over and done with. Although I did prefer this match over the WrestleMania match. I thought that was an abomination against nature. The WrestleMania match, but Jade Cargill showed me that she really had something in this match. I've always said she's got an impressive look, and she's actually quite active. It's just a singles swing ability, um, particularly in WWE, has to be called into question. But this was a better match, and hopefully that's this feud finish because um before before Rhea he captured the title, Jade Cargill only had two title defenses, so one against Jordan Grace in SmackDown, um, and the on at WrestleMania 42 against Rhea Ripley. The rest were like no on title matches up against me each and before she joined MJ Cargill and the likes of BB Fab again before she were linked up with Jade Cargill and Alba Fire, who's now back to Larry as her unfortunate WWE release, but yeah, that shouldn't ever happened. But anyway, I digress. Hopefully that's the you're now going on to better things. I'd like to see another Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley a match for Summer Slam. Maybe have Io turn he maybe have Io turn heel. Um, they could maybe make the argument in the story how Rhea abandoned um EO or something like that. And of course they can play up the fact that he has never beaten EO Sky and all her attempts. So yeah, that could be an interesting point, or they could maybe do JCG in versus Rhea Ripley because they've teased that match. Either way, I'd like to see either of those two matches. I think if JCG you can probably get a lot more out of her match wise and promo wise than you can with Jade Cargill. She's already um held the NXT Women's Championship twice. She's held the now defunct NXT Women's Tag Championship uh, a couple of times, and she held the TNA Knockouts Championship during her first reign with the Women's Championship. She defeated the now disgraced Asha Slamovich during the NXT and TNA crossover that's still kind of happening with the fright heading down in the air. Did you see the director of authority Santino Marella in the crowd? You also see you also see the Judgment Day and there you see when I and you see them FTs like with are on the show, but yeah, back to that. As I'm kind of glad that seems like a feud ender, so we can maybe get to the ECG match now. Bec- because that's match I really want to see. They've put it out in the for 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 a few weeks now. I think JC has declared herself for the in the ring tournament. She said to that in SmackDown, and she wants so Annie Reid and Fallon Henley to go after the women's tag championship. So Fatal Influence will be will be around the title pictures pretty soon. Then you then you get to the then you get to the weakest match of the night. Obviously, the Trade Cargill match roughly around here gets better in the second half of the match. And I've got to give Cargill credit for the Bill Thunder, but she's probably added to that term set. But then you get to the first sort of the odd of the night, and yes, guys, once again, it's a Brock Lesnar match that I'm saying as a odd to basically. So the crowd actually sing along to Brock Lesnar's email, which I actually found annoying because there's no because there's no lyrics to it, it's just noise and bass basically. Um, so yeah, out comes Brock, he's accompanied by Heyman. Heyman actually he's in there an introduction in Italian. I'll give him that. That was entertaining. Then the bell starts. Brock Lesnar hits him with five F5s. Oba was then able to count all five, spills out to the ring, but as a result of it was when Brock Lesnar F5s him through the F5s over through the announce table, um, back in the ring. Overkick. So Femi then goes for his choke, so gets a 2 count. He goes for the uppercut, and they're on an uppercut. That's about four of them in succession. He tries for the fall from Grace, but Lesnar counts it. Counters it into the five. I forgot to mention Lesnar spams his super X's at the start of the match as well. F5 for a six, and for the sixth time gets a victory at 6 and it's 21 seconds. Typical easy Brock Lesnar 6 minutes 21 only East Oba's NXT matches go for a bit longer. Um again I kinda had a funny feeling this would happen that Brock would win the rematch. I'm not a fan of this decision because I'm kinda over Brock Lesnar at this point. My life and my wrestling fandom. So yeah, um, so yeah, so yeah, I'm not a fan of the division. I could see it coming. They'll probably do the rematch either at Night of Champions and Saudi, 'cause that's the next big pay-per-view. If you didn't see the season logos and all four honours that of the ring, that's where Night of Champions is, and then that's where your Night of Champions is taken place, or is it called in the ring again, and see the names changes. I think it might be called that, but like we'll check with Wikipedia. Um, yeah, it's just called yeah, it's just called the Night of Champions. I think they've just merged the King of the Ring tournament with the Night of Champions concept. Sorry for the confusion, guys. Yeah, 'cause I've done that the past couple of times. Then we get to something with eyes Soruka. Um, Soruka, who's just recently been called up from NXT, beats Becky and and a singles match for the women's um intercontinental championship, and so so worked her also often this match. Very early on you saw the gymnastic background. She really took it to Becky. She really took it to Becky and here. Um, Big, he was able to turn it around on the outside to the ring, shoving her into the barricade. She hits the cover for top rope, but drop. I'll give Becky that when she hits that, it does look good and crisp. She hits him on a handle slam, or was able to kick out. We do get on for it, but and Jessica she goes for the suplex, but Carr was able to duck out the way out the and Soul fights, but again, again, and uses to gain an advantage, but Soul again and kicks out. Or the really good submission attempt by Soul Ricker, like to way through as well. Elsa walks in and yes, the Michael Cole and Corey Graves actually say about her debut after the night's main event, John Cena's final night as an in-ring competitor, so he's probably having her STF submission. Beck, he tried for the summer, but it was countered. Oh, and she actually attempts a soul snatcher. This is the finish of the match almost, but it's countered into what just countered into Zoluk hitting Becky and with the man handle then the soul snatcher, and then um and then so get it's a free count. Oh, I've waited to see those hard to work and getting rewarded as she took with my organ and eel guy to the limit. Uh, recently, and the Saturday night's main event, this the qualification finish, which I didn't really enjoy, kinda did serve a purpose here for this one. Um, but yeah, decent match. You saw Becky and she getting a bit emotional, guys. After the match, I think this could possibly be the beginning of the end, or Becky and WWE. She she said a couple with things in the recent months that this will be our last on. So you can see you can see she's happy to get Soul over, and so does it helps it. So hats off to both of I mean here, although I've been critical of Becky and in the recent months, this really is a really good match. Unlike a certain Brock Lesnar's matches, these two uh, pulled out all the stuff here, and in the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, we have a tribal combat match for the position of the tribal chief, and for the um and for the World Heavyweight Championship. Obviously, this match was really, and this match was really good. You had um, you had Jacob to go on for the Tongan the Earl. You have Roman Reigns eating Fatu for the table. You had Jacob Fatum as he's my immune. So Jacob actually seemed obsessed about go on for the Tongan death rap. If you didn't know, Haku is the uncle of Jacob Fatu, um, and of course these two are cousins. You get all of that history and the match detailed by Michael Cole and Corey Graves. There's a spot in the match where Roman Reigns decides to use a toolbox to take the tongue and get up away and damage the hand. That was good. And then for to then go for the tongue and uh, get up again. He'll then do, but he couldn't execute it. But ultimately, he his downfall in there, and you get some and get offense. You had Fatuha I guess Hapata uh um and the ring and attempt on the outside, but Roman was able to say, I'm in Roman with the ends here for two for the barricade as well at one point. So that's Jacob on the altars of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns both the position of tribal chief and the World Heavyweight Championship. Jacob falls under the orders of Roman Reigns. Out comes the Usos to represent the Uwafala to Roman Reigns. Jacob actually um, is still reluctant to join Roman Reigns. They're like, I'm on get me. Um, the Usos and Roman Reigns are like to come on, get me moving. As you see Jacob for to reluctant and only make his way up the ramp, but you see Solo's the Watama Onga and Tonga are one of the MFTs and crowd there, um, and the crowd there, either whole through the ends and shows or and says it's okay, I've got something for them. They'll know that, they'll know as well as everyone on the tribal chief is back on. Oh, and that's how the show ends. So yeah, pretty good ending to the show. I really did enjoy tribal combat, and I liked the way he ending with you see the MFTs working on with a bit of movie type drama with Solo and Roman. Of course, they had the tribal combat match on the Netflix debut, which we covered that episode on the channel with Sean. Roman Reigns is undefeated in tribal combat, winning all three tribal combat matches. Um, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see where the MFTs fall in. You've still got the Zilpha 2. You've still got the Zilpha 2 rumor in the background as well. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the Samoan Bill doing stuff off again. I think the company needs a sort of more heavy storyline. I know Sean's gonna disagree here, but yeah, as or as guys, we can all disagree, and it's okay. Because look at how many disagreements me and Sean have on the channel, but it's okay, guys. You can still disagree and move forward, and that's what me and Sean do all the time. That's what fandom is. It's a conversation, and we're not always gonna get agree with everybody. So yeah, guys, I'm only get after probably around 6 out of 10 because I'm not a big fan of the finish of the opener, or the Lesnar match. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. He doesn't get good till about halfway through, but I will say fair to Jade Cargill for or trying something different with the Bill the Thunder and it did look pretty good. That was a lot better than that was a lot better than the WrestleMania match. So uh, um, beating Becky Lynch I thought was a good match. Or Lesnar versus Oba Femi Derima match I hated. I am I'm not really excited or a sidecar, or I'm actually sick to the back. FIFA Brock Lesnar now, not because of all the legal jargon and what have you, but because we've seen far too many spam matches from him over the years. He was ethical, eh, and yeah, yeah, obviously I enjoyed the tribal combat match, and it's interesting to see where the MFTs fit in, because obviously they spill entered off from the OGs, and with that, guys, I'm going to remind you 6 out of 10, and not a bad show, just wasn't enough to make it into the heaven category. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Oh, and I'll see you tomorrow for a raw review. But yeah, 6 out of 10, not too bad. And I'll see you over very soon. Oh, hey, share and subscribe to the channel.